the escalating military confrontation between the United States, Israel, and Iran marks one of the most consequential geopolitical crises of the modern era. When U.S. President Donald Trump publicly stated that the war could last 4 to 5 weeks, the comment immediately shaped global perceptions of the conflict's expected scale and duration. The announcement suggested a limited military timeframe. Yet the depth of hostility, the strategic stakes involved, and the historical tensions among the parties raise serious questions about whether such a projection is realistic. The unfolding crisis reflects decades of mistrust, ideological rivalry, proxy warfare, and disputes over regional dominance and nuclear capability. Tensions between Washington and Tehran have existed since the Iranian Revolution of 1979, when diplomatic relations were severed and hostility became embedded in foreign policy on both sides. Over the years, sanctions, covert operations, cyber warfare, and proxy conflicts across the Middle East intensified the rivalry. Israel, perceiving Iran's regional ambitions and missile development as existential threats, has consistently advocated for firm action against Tehran. The latest conflict did not emerge suddenly. Rather, it represents the culmination of years of military posturing, intelligence assessments, and strategic warnings. According to official statements, the joint U.S. Israeli strikes were aimed at degrading Iran's missile systems, command infrastructure, and military leadership. The campaign reportedly targeted facilities connected to ballistic missile development and strategic defense systems. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has long argued that Iran's expanding military capacity poses an immediate threat to Israeli security. For Israel, preventing the strengthening of Iranian military capabilities is seen as a matter of survival rather than strategy alone. The United States, meanwhile, framed the operation as a preventative measure designed to neutralize risks before they reached an irreversible stage. Iran responded swiftly with missile and drone launches, targeting U.S. bases and Israeli territory. The involvement of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps added further intensity to the confrontation. As an elite branch of Iran's armed forces, the Guard plays a central role in strategic operations, regional influence, and missile development. Its involvement signaled that Tehran was prepared to escalate rather than retreat. What began as a coordinated strike evolved into sustained exchanges, raising fears that the war might extend beyond the projected timeframe. The claim that the war could last 4 to 5 weeks reflects a political calculation as much as a military estimate. Limited timelines often serve to reassure domestic audiences, stabilize financial markets, and signal control over unfolding events. By defining a specific duration, leadership can project confidence and determination. However, history demonstrates that conflicts involving entrenched regional powers rarely conclude within predetermined windows. Wars are shaped by unpredictable variables, battlefield dynamics, alliance shifts. One of the most critical aspects of public opinion and unforeseen global energy supplies. Iran's proximity to the Strait of Hormuz gives it leverage over a vital maritime corridor through which a significant portion of the world's oil shipments passes. Any disruption in this passage immediately affects global markets, raising oil prices and intensifying economic uncertainty. Even limited military engagements in the region can have outsized economic consequences. If hostilities persist, global inflationary pressures could increase, affecting countries far removed from the battlefield.